I don't even know what to make of this call.
This isn't some weird random cold call. This is a live transfer.
She could not get off the phone fast enough.
Start with building rapport, right? Because that's what this agent didn't do.
And then we'll stop before he rolled over and died. Cash call, everybody. Dale Archdekin and Brian Curtis back for another week. Good to see all of you. Brian, I listened to this call. I mean, oh my God. It's a very short call. When I listened to it, I started yelling at the screen. And so I'm going to play it for listeners out there. I'm just going to play it.
This is her. Hi, my name is... I'm partnered with Zillow. Hey, a little while ago, you reached out to Zillow about a house, Main Street. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, but I have someone from NSM calling me today.
Okay. Is that NSM? Is that another brokerage?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Awesome. If you have any questions, reach out. Hopefully they can do what you need. And I wish you the best of luck on your home search. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Brittany. Bye-bye.
What? Brian, what did I just hear?
I feel like it's 1st and 10 and we
I don't even know what to make of this call. Why did they bail on this call? The call just got started. The woman can't even really remember what the name of whoever it was that was going to call her today. If she was like, oh, hey, thanks. My sister Susie, who we sell all of our property through, is coming over today to sign the papers we already agreed on. Maybe then you'd be like, okay, hey, cool. Call me if that doesn't work out with your sister.
Yeah, this isn't somebody this person's done 12, well, they might be, who knows? But my guess is it's just some random person who agreed to have a conversation with them. I'm going to talk to Bob later on. What the hell's that have to do with anything?
Oh my God. I would pull this recording and be like, excuse me, salesperson, come over here and listen to this with me. What the are you thinking?
There's just not a lot there. I mean, my guess is this is a relatively new salesperson. I don't know this person, so I don't know that. And that they have not been taught any concept of you have to push through. No means ask again in a different way. Figure out some more information. Basically, he got a really, really soft no and went, oh my God, this person hates me. Like it's like someone's throwing Nerf balls at him and they're, just tossing Nerf balls at him. They're like, oh my God, it just feels that extreme. We have to be okay getting a little rejection.
Yeah.
Not a lot of rejection was accepted.
No. All right. So let's rewind and let's just assume, how about you and I, we'll just finish this out. Like, let's go back to what she said and then what he asked. He asked, is that another brokerage? Let me just dial it back there and then we'll stop before he rolled over and died. And you and I will just take it and we'll just describe what we would do. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, but I have someone from NSM calling me today.
Okay. Is that NSM? Is that another brokerage?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Or what would you do, Brian?
I wouldn't have asked if that another brokerage. I would ask, out of curiosity, what is NSM? Maybe I would know who they are. I don't know if they're a national brand, local. What are they calling you about? Hey, by the way, I'm going to talk to my brother at 6 and I'm going to talk to my doctor at 4. None of that has to do anything to do with real estate, but these are the things I'm going to do today. Like, I don't know what an NSM is and I don't know why they're calling her. So I'd start there, assuming that I got, that's the real estate company. Oh, perfect. A lot of people talk to multiple people out of curiosity. Are you committed to these people or are they just people you're interviewing? I want to know. So that's kind of where I would start, is to get some understanding. I mean, you might get completely shut down or they might be, I don't know, it's this dude who called me yesterday and told me it was a really good idea to talk
I agree. So let's say, she says, NSM is calling me later. Got it. Who is NSM? Right? Tell me. And what are they calling you about? Which is what you asked. I might at some point, depending on what her answer is, just ask, great, where are you at in your process so far? And get her to tell me which way to go here. And I'm just going to do a full discovery with her. Who are you? What's your situation? Why are you doing it? What's the outcome that you want? And as long as she's willing to give me these answers, I'm just going to talk through this stuff and then make an offer for me to come by. And presumably this would be a listing, I guess.
Well, it's just presupposed because I don't know that we're going to be able to figure it out without actually calling this person and saying, hey, was this a listing? I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a listing. And one of the things I'd eventually like to do is just say, especially if, oh, no, we got an appointment with this guy. He's going to come over and take a look at our house, whatever. Perfect. So I'm sure any big decision, you probably interview multiple people. And I would love to also interview for the job. I've got time on Tuesday or Wednesday. Which of those days would, be better for me to come over and show you what we do? do so you have a point of
I
comparison.
would be like, hey, guys listening, always get at least 2 or 3 no's or 2 or 3 objections before you let them go. There was not even an objection here. There was a statement of fact. And then this salesperson was like, okay, cool. Well, call me. See you later. Bye. Right? She didn't even object or reject him. She just told him what was going on.
Yeah, providing some information, very valuable information. I'm going to talk to another salesperson. That's great information. But it's all it is at this point. Like, I've got a contract signed with Bob at Remax, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole different animal. Congratulations. Good luck. Hopefully I can bring you a buyer. I'm going to talk to some dude whose name I don't know at an acronym of real estate company I've never heard of. Because clearly he hadn't heard of it too. He's like, is that a real estate broker? So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, she may have even had the name of the company.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I thought I should just play that for you. Everybody listening, listen, if you roll over and die like that, I'm going to come to your house and visit you. Don't do that, okay?
I want there to be further proof. I guess I don't know if it's going to be proof or not. Dale and I do not get together before we do this and decide who's going to bring what call, because my call is also about 1st and 10 and punting.
Really?
It comes from a different perspective.
Weird.
The buyer bails much quicker, but we do this. So I just want to show, and what I want you guys to, I'm going to preface this a little bit because I think it's important to understand what this is, because I cut this part off. At the beginning, there's a transfer from, a call center. So, hey, can you talk to Bob? Da, 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 da. You're going to get all that information from the call center. So we know this person was interested in this address that they're calling about. So this isn't some weird random cold call. This is a live transfer. And the reason that's different is if you call me out of the blue and I'm not expecting you to call me, I think I have a lot of right to push you off the phone. Like, I'm busy, like I'm doing stuff. This person was a live transfer. There was no reason for her to feel that way, I guess is my point. And I wanted to kind of keep that as a point, is this person volunteered to have a conversation.
Let's hear how this goes.
Hey, how can I help you today?
We're just looking into possibly getting this house.
Okay, isn't that property on? Gotcha. And that's the house that sparked y'all's interest. Okay. Yeah, you guys kind of getting the buying process started.
You can't hear it very well, but there's little yes answers to those questions he's asking. And I know for whatever reason it didn't come through the recording, but look at all the presuppositions he's doing. Oh, so you're just doing this. You're just doing this. He's telling them all along the way what they're doing. He's not asking them any question, because I didn't cut out her big, long answers. There's none of that. This is literally the answers that she's getting the opportunity to take, and watch what happens because of that. And I think it's a really important thing for the audience to understand.
Yes. Is there a way we could reach you back?
Yeah, like, are you just talking about at a better time?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Once we get off the phone here, your contact info will be sent to me, and once it's sent over to me, I'll shoot you a text with my contact info, and maybe we can get on the phone sometime tomorrow and chat a little bit more.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
Work? Awesome. All right. Here is, of course, yeah, I'll talk to you soon.
The person couldn't get off the phone fast enough.
No, she could not get off the phone fast enough. Also, we're going to see if we can get this house. When people talk like that, I immediately, 99% of the time, they're super inexperienced. They're first-time buyers, or they're not even qualified when they talk that way. Yeah, you got to slow it down, man. This guy was all like, all right, cool. Are we moving to this house next week, or what are we doing here, people? Right? And she was like, bye.
And I just wanted to show how important it was. Like, he basically got on the phone and said, how can I help? Granted, this was transferred from a person. So, hey, it was realtor.com. Hey, so Bob at realtor.com said you were interested in 123 Main Street. Is this something you guys want to go take a look at, or do you have some specific questions? You can flip-flop that either way, or you can take out the questions. You can just end, hey, is this something you guys would like to go take a look at? Okay. Either way, depending on your level, in my opinion, of aggressiveness. Zillow, which is a similar program, teaches you to set the appointment. I'm okay with set the appointment or answer a question. It goes both ways, I think. It makes somebody comfortable when you do some version of that. Oh, I can go see the house, or oh, I can ask some questions.
Right.
versus, oh, that's the house you like, and this is why you like it. Da, 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 da. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was definitely very awkward. And, I know that here's what I would say, which you pointed out for the one word answer things. If somebody is giving you one word answers, it means that they're not engaged in the conversation or they don't want to talk to you. And so what you need to do is try to engage them in that conversation by doing a more open-ended question that would cause them to have to talk out whatever is going on. And most of the time, change whatever the line of your questioning is. Because if they're not engaged in it, then either you are too far down the buying cycle or the decision-making cycle with them, or you're being too personal with them and they're not comfortable with what you're asking or what you're talking about. And so you have to change the topic, make it more generic, or make it sort of farther up the sales funnel, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah. And, and these people asked about this very specific house. You could hear her say, yeah, no, we like that house, basically, right? I don't know the exact words, but that's basically what she said. But instead of saying, he did what I see a lot of agents do, go, oh, this is a 3-bedroom, it's a 2-bath, this size lot in this area of town. Now I know what they want.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mistake for 2 reasons. First of all, you could be wrong. Let's just start with the most basic thing, but also it didn't give you the opportunity. So, hey, you were looking at 123 Main Street. What did you like about it? Then just step out of the way. People love to talk about what they like. People love to talk about things that are fun for them. Obviously they're interested in this house. What do you like about it? Hey, out of curiosity, do you guys rent or own? We already know the answer to that question, but we still answer it. Oh, I rent. Oh, perfect. What's got you interested in owning a house versus rent? I mean, we can set the questions up and just let people, talk to us.
You didn't happen to get the recording of the handoff, right? You don't get the recording from the realtor, do you?
I have the recording of the handoff.
But you don't get the recording of the conversation prior to it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what the person at realtor.com said to this client. No, I don't really know. They'll summarize it for it. Hey, I got Bob on the other line. He's interested in 123 Main Street. He's approved. He's not pre-approved. They ask basically the LP Mama script. If as an audience, you guys know what that is. As a whole, people do.
It's tough, man. Especially if you're that agent and you're like, what did I do wrong? Why did this person bail on me? I thought I was having a great conversation. But if you're not reading the signals, if you're not reading the words that are coming from them, they're engagement or lack of engagement, that can be really confusing. And then every once in a while, you get those people who are just really weird. You know what I mean? Who they're totally fine. And their one word answer to them is an entire oil painting.
Right.
Description.
I just wrote a novel. How come you don't understand?
Right. Exactly. With my 3 words. How did that not convey my entire emotional inner turmoil to you?
And it's our job, though, to think about this. And again, if you guys follow this concept, and Dale and I have talked about it before, start with building rapport, right? Because that's what this agent didn't do. He made some assumptions. It felt like, to me, like we were trying to figure out how we were going to put the data in the MLS so that we could go find the house that they could write the contract. Those are all things we want to do, by the way. And we skip the step of creating the relationship with the client so that they would want to do those other things.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I guess, for mine, continue on that discovery, man. And one sort of what you think is an objection is not. I mean, can you imagine if we had stopped at the first sign of objection with every prospect we ever spoke to? That would be nuts.
We wouldn't be here having this conversation today, would we?
No, we wouldn't. And so talk about anything, just talk about anything. Don't leave. But best thing you could do is do the discovery, right? Who they are, what they're trying to do and why. And this is something I pointed out in the other day that I was doing training with a team, Brian. And I think it would also apply to your call, which is the least important thing in a conversation is the what, the house, right? Meaning the what are you buying or what are you selling? That's the least important thing. The most important is why you're doing it, what it's going to achieve for you or what it's going to, what pain it's going to alleviate or what joy it's going to give you. If somebody's going flat or cold, you can switch to the house, but generally you want to be talking about the why. You want to be talking about the motivation so that they're emotionally connected to the conversation. And especially when you're dealing with somebody brand new like that, somebody who doesn't have the experience of buying yet, and you could just hear it in the way that she spoke, stay away from what that guy did, which is, great, this is the one, let's buy it, let's go write an offer.
She's like, holy crap. And I love that you picked up on this. The thing that made both Dale and I think that is we want to get this house.
Yeah.
Like it's a choice. Like we drive on the car lot and go, we'll take that one. Let's go do the paperwork. It's not quite the same.
No.
I mean, there's some similarities, but my point is that you need to judge the expertise level of your client. Now, I'm not saying judge them, they don't know what the hell they're doing, but I might say, oh, it sounds like maybe this is your first time buying a house or have you guys owned before? Something, oh no, it's our first time. Okay, cool. And then, by the way, when you get the answer to that question, Dale, isn't that permission to just coach them? Like, hey, if you don't mind, I would love to help walk you through this process. I'm an expert working with first-time home buyers. We have a whole process to go through. That way, you feel very comfortable with everything when you get to closings. Does that sound like something that you can find some benefit in? Yeah, sure, great. All of a sudden, there's something to talk about. I really wish I would know why this person actually bailed so quickly. Again, it wasn't an aggressive, there was no rapport, but I was wondering, was that all it was? Or was there something else? I mean,
if I had to guess, I think that this person found themselves suddenly in the deep end of the pool and wasn't prepared for it. Cause based on the tone when he said, yeah, okay, we can talk tomorrow. She was like, yeah, like that's not going to happen. I have no intention of talking to you again.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're going to get pushed off the phone, which again wasn't the greatest thing. Oh, you want to talk tomorrow? Perfect. When would be a good time for you? Would it be, during the day or after work? Oh, it would be after work. Great. What's, about what time after work? Once I got the yes of after work, I'm willing to just, go to the direct time after that. Because to your point, these people aren't having a conversation again. That's the last conversation these two people are having.
Right. Exactly. I'm curious with both of our calls, like how did that turn out?
I'm going to find out on mine. I really am. I'm just, what we need to have, Dale? We don't have it. It's like, when they have those shows that they're going and they're doing something, and then like 3 years later they have a how it worked out show. Right. We need a how it worked out show.
Right. Grab your camera and go call that woman back. You have her in your system, so go call her and see what she has to say. Unfortunately, I'm pulling these calls from our students, so I don't even know who that student was.
Yeah.
I wish I could find out though. I want to go call that lead and fix this and be like, wait. Hey, yeah, let's, I'd love to come by too. That's great. I'll just your house.
And here's the thing. I also want to say this, like this person, they do a great job most of the time. And so it's weird. Sometimes we just have moments. And so if you have a moment, if you're one of these people going, oh my God, I've done the same exact thing, that's fine. Just make it a moment instead of a pattern and it's good.
Well, that's why we do this, because hopefully you do identify with some of the things that happen here, some of the things that you hear. And I don't know if you've been listening to this show for any length of time, you know that Brian and I will say, I've done that, or I've done those things before. I've made that mistake before. We've probably made all of the mistakes that we've heard here. I would guess at least once or more.
One of the few things I will say is I haven't seen everything, but I am willing to say I've made all the mistakes.
Yeah.
So
I think the one thing I haven't played is I used to argue people into the dirt, right? Meaning like I would really chase them down. I would not take no for an answer. I usually only took hang up for an answer. Yes or hang up. That was all I accepted for answers. But I don't do that anymore. I'm recovered now.
I know the feeling. I've had people get up and walk away from me sitting across the table because I got too aggressive. I'm like, what are we doing here? Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah, well, we've done that. All right. Brian, good seeing you again. We'll be back next week. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Cash Call, Dale Archdekin, Brian Curtis. We'll be back again next week with some more insightful hilarity for your enjoyment.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, if you're really enjoying this information and you want some more help for you specifically, 2 things you can do. Click the links below. You can either submit one of your calls and we can play them here and give you feedback, free coaching from 2 veteran sales trainers. Or also, I have a couple of options below where you can get in and get some free training from us and get introduced to our community of other agents and team leaders who are crushing it these days in real estate sales and improving their ability to convert leads, book more appointments, and close more deals.